तस्परिश्यं मवाचं मां प्रसुप्तां सञ्जीवयत्यखिलशक्तिधरस्वधाम्ना अन्यांश्च हस्तचरणश्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं यं गुरुं हि स्वयं सत्यः प्रज्ञाभक्तिविनीतयः दीप्तिश्चाभिवृता नित्यं तं गुरुं प्रणमाम्यहम् सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. Start from 8th. Okay, 8th. What is it? यथा बुद्धिश्शुक्तौ रजतमिति काचास्मनिमणिः जले पैष्टे क्षीरं भवति मृगतृष्णासुतनिलम् तथा देवभ्रान्त्या भजति भवदन्यं जडजनाः महादेवेशं त्वां मनसि च नमत्वा पशुपते गभीरे कासारे विशति विजने घोरविपिने विशाले शैले च भ्रमति कुसुमार्थं जडमतिः समर्पैकं चेतः सरसिजमुमानाथ भवते सुखेनावस्थातुं जनैः न जानाति किमहो नरत्वं देवत्वं न गगनमृगत्वं न शकता पशुत्वं कीटत्वं भवतु विहगत्वादिजननम् सदा यस्मरणपरमानन्दलहरी विहारासक्तं चेत् जयमिह किं तेन वपुषा वटुर्वाक्यैः वा यतिरपि जटी वा तदितरः नरो वा यः कश्चिद् भवतु भव किं तेन भवति यदीयं हृत्पद्मं यदि भवदधीनं पशुपते तदीयस्त्वं शम्भो भवसि भवभारं च वहसि गुहायां गेहे वा बहिरपि वने वा द्विशिखरे जले वा बन्धौ वा वसतु वसते किं वद फलम् सदा यस्यैवान्तःकरणमपि शम्भो तव पदे स्थितं चेद्योऽसौ स च परमयोगी स च सुखी. So we started our discussion on this verse 12 in the previous class. Guhayam gehe va bahirapi वने वा द्विशिखरे जले वा वह्नौ वा वसतु वसते किं वद फलम् सदा यस्यैवान्तःकरणमपि शम्भो तव पदे स्थितं चेत् योगोऽसौ स च परमयोगी स च सुखी. In fact, you may recall, so those of you who attended the previous class, I was just mentioning that the use of the word yadi, chet, etc. So in fact, one of our learned participants, Justice V.N. Sri Krishna. So he wrote a mail later wherein he has cited other passages in other mantras in Veda where this word yadi is not used in the sense of if, etc. Jata Veda yadi vavi. Jana Siva. Jata Veda yadi vapa vakosi Vaishvanaro yadi vavai dyutosi. So there also we find. In fact, I was citing one example where I could get. There are a few instances in which yadi need not be taken as, or rather, if you take in the sense of if, then that doesn't fit well. So here in this verse, sthitam ched yogosau. This chet and yadi, actually they are sort of synonymous if you look at. Ramaha yadyagacchati. Ramaha agacchati chet. Right? You will use in both senses. Sthitam chet, this here it sort of indicates that it will be difficult. So that is a hint that you can get from the dhvani if this were to happen. But if this definitely happens, then what will happen is such a parama yogi, such a sukhi. So he is saha parama yogi, such a sukhi bhavati. Kaha yasivantah karanamapi shambho tava pade. If the person is able to train himself to leave the phala to Ishvara at every instance in his life. So this is what I was hinting in the previous class. So if you go to examination, then so you may have to just pray to Ishvara saying that may all that I have studied get to my mind at that instance. In fact, my mother used to say, one of her classmates invariably fails to recall in the examination. Otherwise, I mean, she will be good. But when it comes to examination, this is some baba. In fact, my mother used to pity her. She said, she is a very, very nice person, but she will come and cry to me. So this is something which Ishvara Kripa is required. Okay. That pratibha, so we might have learned something, but it has to surface up. Now this is where sthitam chet yogosau yasyaiva antahkaranamapi sthitam chet. Okay. So we have to understand the philosophy behind what Krishna said. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana. So that phala is Ishvaraha phaladata. So with this understanding, so we have to set into action. Okay. So may my mind get into the right direction. So you pray to Ishvara. And whatever comes as the phala, a certain mind to accept things as they are. This is again Ishvaranugraha. So that is why sada means at the beginning of every action and at the end of every action. If you can do that, then I think such a parama yogi, such a sukhi. In fact, I have seen one of my school days, a very elderly person in our family. He will always say, so Hari Om. So at the beginning he will just say, so this is, so let us begin this. So let Ishvara take it forward. So whatever comes, so Ishvara has given this prasada, we are happy with this. So this kind of a maturity in mind, that is what he is trying to say. Yasyaiva antahkaranamapi shambho tava pade. So this can happen at the beginning and at the end. Okay. So not all the time you will be able to do. But if you just do at the beginning and the end, that is equivalent to taking. In fact, there is a nice verse, even in this has to do with the attitude, even the Samsara which many of you would have learned. Japo jalpashilpam sakalamapi mudra virajana gatif pradakshinya kramanamashanadhyahuti vidhi pranamas samveshaha. Sukhamakhilamatmarpanadesa saparya paryayaha tava bhavatu yanme vilasitam. This has to do with the attitude. Japo jalpaha shilpam sakalamapi. So you engage in various activities. So you just pray. Saparya. What is saparya? Saparya is puja. Saparya paryayaha. May this action in me be taken as saparya parya, synonym of saparya. So suppose I sleep. So if you have this Ishvara Smarana at the beginning, so then, so it may be taken as when you do namaskara, your body is flat, right? So similarly, this can be taken as, so this is how Asanadi Ahuti Vidhi. So there is a certain attitude which we express even in the traditional style, even when we engage in bhojana. Okay? So pranaya swaha, panaya swaha, vyanaya swaha, you do this. And you take it also as Ishvara Prasada, you do Naivedya and then you take. So these are all certain habits which will enable you to think of Ishvara at various instances. Okay. Sada yasyivantah karanamapi Shambho tava pade sthitan chet yogo sau sacha parama yogi sacha sukhi. If that is achieved, he is sukhi. There is no question of dukkha anytime. In fact, this yogi, how do we even tam yogamiti manyante sthiram indriya dharanam. Apramattastada bhavati yogo hi prabhavapyo. This is what we have. Tam yogamiti manyante sthiram indriya dharanam. So this parama yogi that he is trying to say, parama yogi, in fact even in Bhagavad Gita, sayogi paramo mataha atmopamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna sukham va yadi va dukham yogi paramo mataha. So he is described as parama yogi. Sayogi paramo mataha atmopamyena sarvatra. So that is from the viewpoint of Vedanta that has been presented as parama yogi. Sayogi paramo mataha. So in the bhakti level, anything that we get, sukham va yadi va dukham, if you just take it as prasada, sayogi paramo mataha. Sacha parama yogi, sacha sukhi. In fact, I found some interesting thing. All these facts have been nicely stated even in Bhagavata. So there are some interesting verses. I will just tell you. Yogaha trayo maya proktaha nrinam shreyo vidhitsaya. What does he say? Yogaha trayaha maya proktaha nrinam shreyo vidhitsaya. So for the sake of the benefit of the mankind. For the benefit of mankind, shreyo vidhitsaya trayaha proktaha. So then it is said by Krishna, jnanam karma cha bhaktischa. Repeat. Jnanam karma cha bhaktischa. Jnanam karma cha bhaktischa. Nopayonyosti kutrachit. Nopayonyosti kutrachit. Nopayonyosti kutrachit. This is in the 11th skandha. Yogastrayo maya proktaha nrinam shreyo vidhitsaya Jnanam karma cha bhaktischa nopayonyosti kutrachit. Now what is being stated is Bhakti Yoga. That's why I am just saying. Then further he nicely clarifies Nirvinnanam Jnana Yogaha. Nirvinnanam Jnana Yogaha. Nirvinnanam Jnana Yogaha. Nyasinamiha karmasu. Nyasinamiha karmasu. Nyasinamiha karmasu. Teshvanirvinnachittanam. 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 Karmayogascha kaminam. Karmayogascha kaminam. Karmayogascha kaminam. Yadrichaya matkathadau. Yadrichaya matkathadau. Yadrichaya matkathadau. Jatashraddhastu yah puman. Jatashraddhastu yah puman. Jatashraddhastu yah puman. Jatashraddhastu yah puman. Nanirvinno nati saktaha. Nanirvinno nati saktaha. Nanirvinno nati saktaha. Bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. Bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. Bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. That's an ultimate success is in having happiness, right? Bhakti yogaha asya siddhidaha. So he cautions who is qualified for what. Nirvinnanam jnana yogaha. Nirvinna means the one who has developed dispassion, having experienced dukkha in engaging various karmas. Nirvinnaha means virakta chittaha. That vairagya comes out of the experiences of sorrow, the binding nature of various activities, it comes. Okay. So tat phaleshu, so various karmas we do for various phalas. So that phala does not attract you anymore. So he is a nirvinna. For him, nirvinnanam jnana yogaha nyasinam. So they will leave and go. You will leave your job and then come to study Vedanta. Right? So nyasinam is a karmasu. Then he says Teshvanirvinna chittanam. So if you have not developed that maturity, karma yogascha kaminam. Okay. Now he says yadrichaya matkathadau. Even that doesn't happen. Yadrichaya. Yadrichadu yadichha syat. Some people develop such a devotion like Meera, Tulsi and so on, right? So that happens through, there are so many bhaktas. Yadrichaya matkathadau jatashraddhastu yah puman. Jatashraddha means he has developed absolute faith. Shraddha jata. Okay. Jatashraddhastu yah puman. Nanirvinnaha nati saktaha. It is neither clause. He has not developed the passion which enables him to go to jnana yoga. So the other side, nati saktaha karmani. For that fellow, bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. Bhakti yogaha siddhidaha. So it may not be a great idea for, of course, doesn't matter whether you pursue jnana or you pursue bhakti or you pursue karma. As long as it is done with full devotion, that has to be respected. But that is not happening. You come for PhD, you do various other things, right? So this doesn't work. Whatever, whether it is karma or bhakti or jnana. See, even when you go to this bhakti movement, it has to be total surrender, bhakti, that has to be there. Otherwise, it doesn't work. So, sannyasi, one has to be a total sannyasi. So, this is how one has to do. So, that is what he is trying to say. Nanirvinnaha nati saktaha. So, for that fellow, bhakti yogosya siddhidaha. So, for most of us, it is like this. So, therefore, we engage sometime in puja, various kinds of activities, Bhagavat Charanaravinda. Okay, that is what he means. See, sada yasyevantah karanamapi. In the earlier verses, he was talking of various ashramas, right? So, irrespective of the ashrama, irrespective of the physical form that has been given to you, this bhakti is important. That is what he is trying to convey here. Such a parama yogi, such a sukhi. Okay. Okay. Now we move on to verse 13. Asare samsare,
asare samsare, asare samsare,
nija bhajana dure jadadhiya, nija bhajana dure jadadhiya, nija bhajana dure jadadhiya, brahmantam mamandham, brahmantam mamandham, brahmantam mamandham, paramakripaya patumuchitam, paramakripaya patumuchitam, paramakripaya patumuchitam, madanyah kodinaha, madanyah kodinaha, madanyah kodinaha, tava kripana rakshati nipunaha, tava kripana rakshati nipunaha, tava kripana rakshati nipunaha, tvadanyah kovami, tvadanyah kovami, tvadanyah kovami, trijagati sharanyah pashupate, trijagati sharanyah pashupate, trijagati sharanyah pashupate. Asare samsare nija bhajana dure jadadhiya brahmantam. Brahmantam means the fellow who is wandering. Kutra brahmantam? Samsare brahmantam. So then we have a couple of epithets here which are used to qualify samsara. Okay. The first word in this verse is a qualifier to samsara. It is asare samsare. In fact, I am reminded of a question which is posed in Prashnottara Ratnamalika. So sometimes the question itself, when repeated, becomes the answer with a different tone. Okay. So there we have this question, Kim samsare saram. Question is, Kim samsare saram. Bhagavad Pada answers, Bahushopi vichintyamana idameva. Bahushopi vichintyamana idameva. It is the answer. Bahushopi vichintyamana. You keep thinking for a long time. Idameva. Idameva means the question itself. Kim samsare saram? Kimapi nasti. So that is the idea. Okay. So kim samsare saram bahushopi vichintyamana vidameva. Kim samsare saram means there is nothing. At the end, what is there in the seeing that means it doesn't have anything to, right? my father used to say when I was school boy. So there was only one television in our street. This is more than 43 years ago. So we used to go to their house and then sometimes stand because that will be fully crowded. Okay. So I used to peep through the window and then see sometimes. So then, once some examination was there, but still I was going there. Then when I came back, he said, "Hey, what is that?" That fellow is just hitting the ball and then it goes. Or matta eduthu pandu thatna enna irukku. What is there for you to stand outside the house and then through window for you to see? He was asking. That now I realize that was the stage. Okay. So now I don't have any desire to even see. So, but that passion sometimes trails us. Kim samsare saram. See, some fellows I see will keep watching. There some poster will be there. They will just keep watching. Okay. What is there for you to see? Bahushopi vichintyamanam idamiva. Okay. So that is why he is using asare, samsare. Why is it asara? There he says nija bhajana dure. Nija bhajana dure. So nija refers to swa. So it actually takes away from realizing the true nature of oneself. So nija bhajana dure means this atmanaha seva. So it takes away from it. So atmanaha swarupantu shanti. But if you engage too much in this samsara, then you are taken away from the swaswarupa shanti. Okay. So nija bhajana dure samsare, therefore asare. Asare samsare nija bhajana dure. In fact, we have this, no? Atmiva hyatmano bandhuhu atmiva vipuratmanaha. Bandhur atmatmanastasya yenatmaiva atmanajitaha. Anatmanastu shatrutve varteta atmiva shatruvati. So you have to understand the nature of yourself. So the limits of yourself. Okay? So the helplessness of yourself. And then you should submit willfully to Ishvara, surrender. So then it takes you, see, Saja Parama Yogi. But if you keep on engaging in various other things, then there is a big problem. See? That is why he is saying asare samsare nija bhajana dure jadadhiya. For this to happen, jadadhiya brahmantam mamandham. In fact, let me just tell you, and also, see, I am not trying to say that we can just sit in one corner and then do bhajana and everything will happen. It's not like that. We have to do whatever karma that we have to do. But then that has to be done with a certain understanding. In fact, even today's class, there was a discussion. So we have to do with a certain mature understanding of how things function. So that is why sadayasivantah karanamapi shambho tavapade. This means, so at every action, daivanchaivatra pancham. Adhishthanam tatha karta karanancha prithagvidham vividhascha prithak cheshtaha daivanchaivatra pancham. There are several factors which contribute towards that. So, but if we just keep focusing on adhishthanam karta and so on and so forth, then certain factor is missing and therefore you may land into trouble. So that is why he is saying, see, for this to happen, see, even when you want to do bhakti and you want to lead a life properly, then we need the blessing of Ishvara, that The son, wife, everybody, spouse has to be cooperative, right? The spouse has to be cooperative, supportive. That is why there is an interesting verse. I think it is Nilakantha Dikshita. I guess so. I don't remember. Anukule tu dampatye. No. Ahatya chunumasvargam. Repeat. Ahatya chunumasvargam. Ahatya chinumaha swargam. Ahatya chinumasvargam. Ahatya chinumasvargam. Apavargamapi kramat. Apavargamapi kramat. Apavargamapi kramat. Anukule tu dampatye. Anukule tu dampatye. Anukule tu dampatye. Pratikule na kinchana. Pratikule na kinchana. Pratikule na kinchana. See? So, ahatya chunumasvargam. Ahatya means working towards the same objective in life. Ahatya chinumaha swargam. Chinumasvargam is a nice usage. So we can make this world is happy. This world itself a heaven for us, and we can get some heaven also, whatever it is. Ahatya chinumasvargam. Apavargamapi kramat. And even moksha. When anukule tu dampatye. Pratikule na kinchana. Neither happy here nor happy elsewhere. Okay. Pratikule na kinchana. And that is why we always pray, even in this vivaha. The mind has to go together. For that there has to be Ishvara's blessing. There is a nice song in Tamil, I remember. In Tamil, see, those who know Tamil, they can enjoy. I remember listening to in my childhood. See, some Tamil movie songs also had a lot of content. See, or I don't know if it's a movie song or some other song. I have heard this. Manaivi amevadallam iraivan kodutha varam. Okay. So, Manaivi amevadallam means that you are blessed with a good wife is the boon which has been granted by Ishvara. Okay. Manaivi amevadallam iraivan kodutha varam. This is an interesting phrase that was there. So, this has to be there. Nija bhajana dure jadadhiya. Otherwise, see, there are some people I know who want to limit their earnings at some point and then want to engage. But the other person does not allow. She wants to retire, husband does not want. We want to have more money. So this is all a big problem. Okay. So asare samsare nija bhajana dure jadadhiya bhramantam amandham. Okay. Parama kripaya patu muchitam. Parama kripaya patu muchitam. He says, out of your unbounded compassion, Parama kripa patu muchitam. I am fit to be taken care by you. Understand? Parama kripaya patu muchitam. Then he says, Madanyah kodinaha tava kripana rakshati nipunaha tvadanyah kovami trijagati sharanyah pashupate. He further says, Madanyah kodinaha. Dinaha. Dinaha is a nice word. So you know how it is. So deen is a dhatu, and then there is a tap pratyaya. Okay. So dinaha, deen kshaye. So dinaha essentially means this fellow who is lost. Okay. Tap pratyaya. This fellow who is lost completely. Madanyaha ko dinaha. So he is arguing to Parameshwara. Tava you can take as Tava Sannidhau. There are so many people. You are Pashupati. We are all Pashus. So among the Pashus, Tava Sannidhau, Madanyaha kova dinaha. Who can there be more pitiable than me? Madanyah ko dinaha. Just because I am pity, so you may not be able to support me. If you are also a dina. Okay. But that is not the case with you. Tava kripana rakshati nipunaha. Kripana rakshati nipunaha. So who are you? Kripana rakshati nipunaha. See, kripananam rakshane ati nipunaha. Understand? So you are super skilled. Okay? Super skilled in protecting kripanas. Kripanas mean those who are unable to use their resources. The mind, one should be able to control. The speech, one should be able to control. There should be various things that one should be able to control. So here, Madanyah ko dinaha tava kripana rakshati nipunaha tvadanyah kova. Kripana rakshati nipunaha tvadanyah kova. Who else is there who can provide this kind of a protection for miserable people like me? Tvadanyah kova. In fact, Madanyah ko dinaha has been brilliantly portrayed by Appaya Dikshita in one of his slokas. I'll tell you, this is a beautiful sloka in Atmarpana Stuti. Okay? So why is he calling himself Dina? See, he says, Naham rodhum, Naham rodhum, Naham rodhum, Karana nichayam, Karana nichayam, Karana nichayam, Durnayam parayami, Durnayam parayami, Durnayam parayami, Smaram, 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 Janipatharujam, 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 Natha Sidami Bhitya, Natha Sidami Bhitya, Natha Sidami Bhitya. Kim va kurve, Kim va kurve, Kim va kurve, Kimuchitamiha, 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 Kwadya gacchami hanta, Kwadya gacchami hanta, Kwadya gacchami hanta, Tvatpadabja, 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 Prapadanamrite, 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 Naiva pashyamyupayam, Naiva pashyamyupayam, Naiva pashyamyupayam. A nice verse. Naham rodhum karna nichayam. Simple Sanskrit. Rodhum means to check, to arrest. Naham rodhum karna nichayam. Nichaya is samuha. So karananam nichayaha karna nichayaha. So naham rodhum karna nichayam durnayam parayami. Durnayam, I mean they are just leading wayward in all kinds of directions. Okay, I am unable to put a control over them. Naham rodhum karana nichayam durnayam parayami. And he further says, Smaram, Smaram, Janipatharujam. Janipatharujam means the cycle of birth and death. That itself is a vyadhi. That is what is samsara. Smaram, smaram, if I think of this, Janipatharujam natha sidami bhitya, I start trembling out of fear. Natha sidami bhitya, kim va kurve, what do I do? Kimuchitamihe, what is appropriate to do, I also don't know. Kvadya gacchami, where will I go? So the only thing that I know is to surrender. Tvatpadabja prapadanamrite naiva pashyamyupayam. So this is what is meant by madanya kodinaha tava kripana rakshati nipunaha tava sannithau madanyaha kodinaha kripana rakshati nipunaha tvadanyaha kova. So finally he says, finally Trijagati Sharanyah Pashupate Me Trijagat Sharanyah. That is what why I said was Kwadya Gacchami. So if I leave this loka and go to some other loka, then also I don't know. Kwadya Gacchami, where would I go? Trijagati Sharanyaha Tvameva Pashupate. So this is how it is. Read. Asare samsare nija bhajana dure yadadhiya brahmantam mamandham paramakripaya patumuchitam madanyah kodinaha tava kripana rakshati nipunaha tvadanyah kovami Trijagati Sharanyah Pashupate Prabhustvam, next verse. Prabhustvam Dinanam Khalu
Prabhustvam Dinanam Khalu Prabhustvam Dinanam Khalu
Paramabandhuf Pashupate
Paramabandhuf Pashupate Paramabandhuf Pashupate
Pramukyoham Tesham
Pramukyoham Tesham Pramukyoham Tesham
Api kimuta bandhutvamanayoho
Api kimuta bandhutvamanayoho Api kimuta bandhutvamanayoho
Tvai vakshantavyaha
Tvai vakshantavyaha
Tvai vakshantavyaha Shiva madaparadhascha sakalaha Shiva madaparadhascha sakalaha Shiva madaparadhascha sakalaha Prayatnat kartavyam Prayatnat kartavyam Prayatnat kartavyam Madavanamiyam bandhusaranihi Madavanamiyam bandhusaranihi Madavanamiyam bandhusaranihi. Here Bhagavad-pada takes the courage to instruct Shiva. See, that this is what is to be done by you. See? So if you are not going to follow the rules that are to be observed being a bandhu, so then it is inappropriate. So he is just reminding Shiva. Saranihi means path, the right path. Okay, Saranihi, marga. Bandhu saranihi. So these things that have to be observed by a bandhu. So bandhu. Bandhu, how does the word come? Badhanati. 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 Katham badhanati? Actually, it is snehena badhanati. Yaha snehena atmanam badhnati saha bandhu. So bandhu sir, but so this can be actually sagotra, this can be various things. In fact, bandhavaha, sagotraha, jnatihi, we use various terms. All are supposed to bind you through their affection. Sometimes we use this word Atma Bandhu. So there are three types of Bandhu. Atma Bandhu, so on the father's side, from mother's side. Normally we understand father's side, mother's side. But there is something which is happening beyond that. Then, so you use the word Atma Bandhu. Atmanam snehena saha badhnati iti saha Atma Bandhu. So he can be friend, he can be neighbor, whoever it is. But through his love and affection, he has been able to just. So even Guru is Atma Bandhu. Okay, one who shows the right direction. It need not be a connection through DNA and so on. Okay. It need not be blood connection. So in blood connection, many a times it just happens the opposite way. Snehena badhnati. So he will just severe. So that is another problem. Anyway, so here he is saying Prabhustvam Deenanam. So this verse ends with Prayatnat Kartavyam Madavanam. Avanam is Rakshanam. Madavanam means protecting me is something which is binding on you. And you have to do with great efforts. Prayatnat Kartavyam Madavanam. Why? Yam Bandhu Sarani. So this is how this Bandhavas, they conduct themselves. This is the path that has been set. So what does he say before that? Prabhustvam Deenanam. How does he argue to Ishvara? You are a Prabhu. Let us take the first word, Prabhu. Prabhu Tvam. So he is just saying, you are Prabhu. Prabhu is someone who has the sampat in abundance. So the one who possesses wealth in abundance is a Prabhu. Okay. Tvantu Prabhu. The one who is in need of something is a Dina. Daridra is also a synonym of Dina. So he says, Deenanam khalu parama bandhuhu. See, Tvam Prabhuhu. Tvam Deenanam parama bandhuscha. This is also known. So you are a Prabhu. You are also the closest relative. Parama bandhu. So parama bandhu, because so you always shower sneha. Right? The bandhus need not necessarily do. So because there is a certain conflict in thought, then that sneha goes away. Krodha comes and takes over. Okay? So here with Ishvara, so he says, Deenanam khalu parama bandhuhu pashupate. There are two things we have to understand. Tvantu Prabhuhu, Tvan Deenanam parama bandhuscha. Okay. Now he says there are two aspects here. One is Prabhutvam, the other is Deenatvam. So Prabhutvam lies in you, Deenatvam lies in me. Okay. So what is the connection between Prabhutvam and Deenatvam? The one who is abundant with sampat should share his sampat with those who are deficit. Right? So I am not having sampat and you are having sampat. So this is the kind of thing that he is trying to bring in here. Pramukhyoham tesham. Tesham means Deenanam. among the dinas. Pramukhyෝham, I am the foremost among the dinas. Pramukhyෝham tesham api kimuta bandhuttvamanayoho. What more is there between the two? Prabhutvam yasya savidhe vartate, deenatvam yasya savidhe vartate, anayoho, so those two people, kimuta bandhutvam, what else is there unless he takes care of this person? Tvayeva kshantavyaha. So suppose Parameshwara were to say, no, that is true, though I want to. So though I want to support you, but you don't qualify for getting this from me. So you have done so many aparadhas. So how can I do this? Suppose he were to ask. So then he says, Tvaiva kshantavyaha. So you are also known for kshama. So it is your duty to forgive all this. Okay. Tvaiva kshantavyaha madaparadhascha. In fact, if you see, so wherever there is some sort of bandhavya, so the son may commit mistake, the grandson may commit mistake, but this bandhavya will, my mother, okay. So even if the child beats, you have seen some children, they just beat the mother. Okay. So how does the mother accept that? That is the bandhutva. Understand? So that bandhutvam, and sometimes there are some people whom I know. In one of our families itself, so one day, that instance made me weep for some time. So, I mean, so my one of relatives, close relatives, so he had visited me, both had visited, okay. Then this man is somewhat physically he cannot move, okay. He has some problem of asthma and so on. Okay? So this man. So he has kept something somewhere. So he has misplaced. Okay. He has misplaced something. Having misplaced this, so the wife is doing paricharya quietly. Suddenly he starts shouting. So he has misplaced, and he shouted in such a pitch, and the words that are employed are not even utterable. So it was so paining to me, and I was just wondering how does this lady tolerate this man? See, this bandhutva, understand? So that is his nature. She just leaves. He just said, this fellow completely dependent on her, and he says, only when you go, I will be happy, he says. You know, so unless she is there, he cannot survive. He cannot even move. So this is what is happening. You understand? So what binds them till? That bandhutva. Okay? The kind of the patience that he has. Okay? So forgetting all this. Tvaiva kshantavyaha. So now this is how you are parama bandhu. Okay? So between mother and child, between husband and wife, between father and son, this bandhutvam makes them forget the aparadha. Okay? So he is arguing now to Parameshwara, you are a parama bandhu, deenanam bandhu. Tvaiva kshantavyaha shiva mad aparadhascha sakalaha prayatnat kartavyam madavanamiyam bandhu saranihi prayatnat kartavyam. Therefore he says, you have to take some special efforts. Okay. So to forgive all my aparadhas, prayatnat kartavyam madavaniyam bandhu saranihi. This is what bandhu sarani is. In fact, this bandhu, there is a nice usage. I'll tell you. See, this bandhavya. See, sometimes this is a very important message which I want to give you. Now, people have started treating bandhavya second to vitta. Manu, in one of the places, he says, if this verse is important to know, then I will explain further. Vittam bandhurvayah karma, vittam bandhurvayah karma, vittam bandhurvayah karma, vidya bhavati panchami,
vidya bhavati panchami, vidya bhavati panchami,
etani manyasthanani,
etani manyasthanani, etani manyasthanani,
gariyo yadyaduttaram,
gariyo yadyaduttaram, gariyo yadyaduttaram.
What does this mean? He is listing 5 things. We have to learn this. Vittam bandhuhu vayaha karma vidya. Vittam bandhur vayah karma vidya bhavati panchami. Etani manyasthanani. Manyasthana means that which deserves our respect. Okay? So it deserves care and respect. Etani, these 5 things. Suppose somebody is a wealthy person, you have to respect him. No doubt. Vittam bandhuhu vayaha karma. So vittam is wealth, bandhuhu is the relationship, vayaha is age, karma is the kind of activity you engage yourself with, and vidya, 5th. See, all of them deserve respect. Vittam bandhu vayah karma vidya bhavati panchami. So then he adds further in the later half, etani manyasthanani gariyo yadyaduttaram. Among them, the later one deserve more respect than the previous one. That is why in our tradition, even if he is younger in age, okay, so if he is a vidyavan, so people do namaskara. So he puts vidya in the ultimate position. So the reason why I am saying is, this respect is, so if there is a conflict between bandhavya and vitta. See, recently there was a case. So his father was strongly against taking some job elsewhere. So he has a very good package here also, but somewhat little higher money is coming there. So they feel that the son, if he is with us, this will be quite helpful to us. So what should be respected is this. See, if you do not have any living, then you have to go anywhere and then earn. But if you have a huge sum here itself, then one should respect that bandhavya more than vittam. That is what I am trying to convey here. See, vittam bandhuhu vayaha. See, karma. See, there is another fellow who was really lamenting, and he was stuck in tears 2-3 times. So he just got stuck somewhere, okay, in Europe. Then he was saying, hey, my grandfather told me several times he told me, hey, not to come here. Now I have come here and I got really stuck. I am unable to go back. And he also passed away. See, this vayaha, that experience. See, vittam bandhuhu vayaha karma. So vidya bhavati panchami. See, etani manyasthanani. In fact, I remember a few years ago I went to so those who have studied this in those days, this was all just common knowledge people used to pass on. Some very elderly man, somewhere in Kerala, he just did pranama. I felt really bad. I mean, but he was just saying Vidya, Vidya, Vidya. So that is what. So that is. These are all things which have been taught in our certain tradition. Okay. So those who are engaging themselves completely in Vidya, that is why the sannyasi is supposed to have this nirveda and then he takes to sannyasa. Okay. Therefore, sarvashrama pekshaya tasya gariyastam. So thinking that this is, so that is how this ashrama, okay, so that which is committed to Vidya. So how much, see, after gaining Vidya, one has to go. There is some Vidvat sannyasa, there is some Vividisha sannyasa. Anyway, Vittam bandhur vayah karma. So here, Madavanamiyam bandhu saranihi. Bandhavya is something which has to be respected. That is what he is trying to argue with even Parameshwara. Okay. Now let us read this. Prabhustvam deenanam khalu paramabandhuh pashupate pramukhyoham teshamapi kimuta bandhutvamanayoh त्वयि रक्षन्तव्याः शिवमदपराधाश्च सकलाः प्रयत्नात् कर्तव्यम् मदवनमियं बन्धुसरणिः. Okay, we'll stop here. Om सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग्